Oh, I should go to sleep now. So yeah, this video is going to be talking about the most expensive mistake I've ever made. This laptop fell off my bed. I was lying in bed, I was about to plug the charger in and go to sleep, and it slid off the bed, and the side of the laptop screen hit on the charging cable, causing it to crack. Now, first off, the first thing I went on live chat with Apple, and they quoted me between £622 and £750. And I was like, there's no way I'm paying that. I am not paying that much. Like, oh, I'm going to go on Facebook Messenger and I'm going to message my local repair shop. The same place I took my Dell and my Xbox to. And they said £420. Yeah, that's way cheap. But you know what they also said? It's a replacement screen. So, you know, it's not an OLED. The colours and the brightness won't be as good. What do you mean, it's not an OLED? This computer didn't even come with an OLED from the factory. What do you mean? See, I know why I was taking it to them. So, after quite a bit of deciding, I decided to go with Apple Self-Service Repair. Which will only be £560 when I return my broken parts. After navigating the website, it was time. Okay. So, are you ready to go broke? Let's go broke. Fast forward one day, my mom brings up the idea. Hey, wait. Don't we have accidental damage on our home insurance? We have accidental damage protection on our home insurance. And I just paid £650 for a new screen. Bro. Okay. So we set up the claim and waited a few days. Fast forward, it's now Friday. I get an email back from the home insurance saying, hey, yeah, can you send us a PDF showing that Apple have evaluated how much this is going to cost to repair? I live like an hour away from the nearest Apple store. Well, guess time to change Saturday's plans to go to the Apple store instead. And this is what happened at the Apple store.
So this claim for repair, that's on house insurance, I need a report from you to say that it's repairable, how much it's going to be.
It initially looked like this, but then I left it closed for a day and then it turned on and the screen was completely gone.
Okay, no problem at all. We'll try and get someone across with as soon as possible there. If you need anything else in the meantime, alright?
Yeah. So if this was to get repaired, could you do it in the shop or would you have to kind of order somewhere?
At the minute we can do it in store, but we don't have parts and stuff, so we'll have to try and order you parts in as well.
Okay.
Absolute rocking cost, so thankfully you do have insurance. 735 including that and labour. It's a lot, isn't it? Right, let me type you up a report and then I'll email it across to you.
Yeah. I'll go check. And then when I asked how long it would take, what she said was really worrying. It's inaudible in my audio recording, but she said it would take 14 days to get the parts in and up to 5 days for a repair. So basically 3 weeks. I'm going to Canada in July. If this is fixed before I have to leave for Canada, that's amazing. But if it's going to take like 3 weeks like she said, then I might have to take one of my other computers on my trip to Canada. Which would suck. It's an 8-hour flight, and I don't have any computer which can even last that long, apart from this one. So I come with good news. I was thinking, oh, this insurance company's gonna want me to take this laptop to Apple. I can't take this to Apple because they will take too long and I won't be able to bring my laptop on my Canada holiday. And I thought, hey, I'm gonna have to bring my Dell. This is my Dell. My amazing high-end Dell computer running Windows 11. It looks like it's running High Sierra, but it's just a wallpaper. This is Windows 11. And I didn't want to take my 2012 MacBook, which is what this is recording on, because even though it perfectly works fine, the charger currently looks like this. And you know, if airport security saw this, I think they'd have an aneurysm. So I was so glad when my insurance company got back to me, they just gave me the money. That means I can do the self-service repair still, and that would mean I could take this laptop to Canada. I wouldn't have to take my Dell or this ancient MacBook. So, on Monday, I noticed that it said clearance information required and that missing commercial invoice was causing a delay. So I was like, this is bad, I should contact live chat, and I did, and they said they'd get back to me soon. But here's the thing, it's now Wednesday, and I still haven't received anything. So I went on live chat again today. Hello, I've already raised my issue about order number this, about not having the correct customs information provided to UPS. I was wondering if there were any updates, and how long I can expect to wait for this to be resolved. Unfortunately, I do not have an update at this time. I can confirm we are working on it. This was raised on June 20th. Please allow 24 to 48 business days. That would be in August. Okay. So say, to my knowledge, all you need to do is provide UPS with a commercial invoice. Why would that take over a month? And then she says, for the information to be provided to UPS. And then I said, I was promised 5 to 7 day shipping. Now you're saying it could take up to 48 days? And then I get a reply back, I apologize that this is my mistake. And I apologize for the confusion. I meant to please allow 24 to 48 business hours as we work on this for you. Thanks for the clarification, that's a relief. Hopefully it will be dispatched in a few days. That's still allow enough time for my 7-day shipping. Because let's say it's the 30th, it's shipped out on the 29th, and it takes 7 days. That's the 6th, so I still have like a few days until I leave for Canada. So, yeah, of course, when I first saw that text message, I was a bit skeptical. You know, why would they send me as a text message and not even an email? And even now, a few hours later, I still haven't received an email from them. If this format of a UPS tracking number I found on Bing is correct, then that means that this part is coming from the Apple self-service parts repair. Because the first digits after 1Z in the tracking number are identical between both tracking numbers, which according to this diagram means they're from the same company, meaning that it's arriving on Friday, which is only 2 days from now. No, that's amazing, you know. Okay, so the box is kind of beat up. Hope it survived. I don't know where my knife went. I'm using a pry tool. Open this. I think this is the lid on it, actually. Yes, the screen. With shipping labels that have been torn off of it. Okay. Okay, so look. It's pristine. Oh, that's perfect. You can see me in it. So it arrived and they delivered it to my neighbour's house. Why would they do that? It has my house number on the box. But they delivered it to my next door neighbour. Anyway, I now have the part and I will be doing the self-service repair. I thought, hey, since I'm doing this self-service repair, I may as well clean up the whole laptop. So I think I'm going to take off every key on the keyboard and clean underneath those as well. Well, before anything, I'm going to de-energize my my trackpad. I edit with this because I just think trackpads work way better in Final Cut. But, oh yeah, and it is like horrible condition, but I am worried that clicking this mouse button accidentally could wake the computer up during its surgery. So I never really expected to have my main computer be sitting on this desk for repair, but here we go. So I'm gonna head over to the on my computer. I'm also gonna be doing the keyboard thingy, but we're gonna be heading over to selfservicerepair.eu. Okay. I can go to manuals, then Mac laptops. So this is a MacBook Pro 14-inch 2023 manual, and it's display. Bottom case, vent antenna, display hinge covers. Okay. I don't have an adjustable torque driver. I'm going to switch back to this one. I'm just going to use my regular screwdriver set. Use a pentalobe screwdriver. Here are the 4 short pentalobe screws, okay? Which one's pentalobe? So let's say P on them, isn't it? P8. Nope, too big. P5. Ah, that's the one. Okay. You can see that someone called me has been in here. 3 IP screws. I only have standard 3, so it should work. The T5 screw, okay. T5 is that one. That is not T5. Have I put these in wrong? That's T6. Torx, T5. Yes. Screw it. So some sort of non-conductive in there. So I've got a piece of duct tape. I'm going to put this in a folder. I'm going to put it under there. Turn the battery remotely connecting. Okay, I need to remove these 3 screws, which are Torx 3 again. It's the same screwdriver. I've got plastic razor blades. It's close enough. They're all disconnected. Let's check the cable bumpers and store them. Okay. That's a lot of dust. Open the computer and place it face down with the display hanging off the edge of the table. Pull the display towards you about 30 degrees. Screen removed. And be very careful with this so it can be sent to Apple for credit. So I'm going to gently put that on my bed. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the keyboard because it looks filthy. I just want it to be clean. And the Touch ID button's completely fine. I might just need to go around it with like a knife or something. Not a knife. Something that I can shove in there. Because you can't remove that easily. IC probe. That's all the keys done. But I'll still need those. Time to put the keys back on. The final one. Put my clean keyboard back together. Now it's time for the serious shit. How the hell do I put my lead angle sensor on my display? Do I need something off of this? I think I need this bolt that's holding on the old lead angle sensor. There's the whole old lead angle sensor. I can now put my old screen over there again. Very carefully take the new screen. I'll put this box here. I'm going to install the new lead angle sensor. So you're going to need the bolts from the old one. The display goes on like that, so it was this side. Lead angle sensor, bell. Such a small screw, so it's barely magnetic. I need to remove the film from these cables, which are incredibly fragile. Okay, then. I don't like what I'm doing, but I have to do it to switch out the bit. Yeah, I forgot, you have to partially screw them all in. You have to leave them all slightly loose so you can adjust it properly. Okay, I need to put these display cable bumper thingies back in now. Okay, I need to push the cable underneath the bumper with something. I'll use a plastic razor again. I just wasn't tucked in fully. Okay. This feels really wrong. The repair guide's telling me to do it, so I don't like how this sounds. That cable's in. Phone's turn on. Fuck. That was scary. I mean, the artifacts aren't even that noticeable on this one. Like, they're only very minor. But look, I just need to go to settings, okay? Parts and service, okay? Okay, I need to, disable system extensions. I use programs that need system extensions. I hope I can re-enable that. But I need to have it off temporarily. Look! Look at that! Look at the top corner. Finish your display repair. Okay, restart and finish repair. Repair Assistant. Apple, verify the parts that are correctly functioning and can be configured for this Mac. Okay, continue. To connect to the internet. Okay, continue. It says they're genuine Apple parts. The screen. Parts and service section is completely gone now, so I can go back to privacy and enable system extensions. But here's the thing, right? I've done a full repair, full service on this Mac. It's now fully functional again. That is amazing. It's been pain editing this video up to this point because I've been just hanging an iPad over the front and using Sidecar. So yeah, thanks for watching this repair video. I can now take this machine to Canada. I don't have to bring my Dell. Yippee! I also have my Mac back. I don't have to use my ancient Mac anymore. Yes! So yeah, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Goodbye.